Hi everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Danielle here. I am so happy to have y'all here with me today. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any requests for your personal healing or well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. So go ahead, make those requests now and anytime during the first part of the stream. After that, I'm going to go ahead and send some Reiki to you wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be watching this. I am live 5 times a week. You can see my regular live stream schedule in the description below. You can also subscribe with notifications on so that you don't miss an opportunity. Don't forget to hit that like button and all that other good YouTuber stuff. But let's dive on in. This is Tuesday night, and let's see who all is here and start building this beautiful crystal grid. Ooh, hang on. Gotta relaunch that camera. There we go. Awesome. So as usual, we are starting out with our mirror. This helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. We also have this copper spiral. This helps to break up any energy blockages. So napping mostly, but hello. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope those corticosteroids are finally letting you sleep a little bit. And let's see. Wonderful. So we've got Chris, Joanna Sparkles, T, Still Not Still, Lila Ray, Flower, Jennifer Vatsa, and Flower. Hello to all of your whole squad over there too. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to grab a few of Chris's requests first, and then we will keep coming back to some more. So let's grab some leopard skin jasper. Okay, let's start here. So rose quartz is fantastic for any time we feel emotionally overwhelmed or drained. This is a stone that can be really helpful as well if we're looking to set higher standards of what we feel we deserve. Like if you've struggled with having good relationships, this is a lovely stone to help support you in seeing yourself as lovable and deserving a good relationship. So that is rose quartz. We have carnelian, which is a stone that very much connects with the sacral chakra, and that is the chakra of relationships, sexuality, sensuality, creativity, and community. This can also help with wound healing, as well as colds and allergies. So we'll go ahead and bring this in. It's also a great stone for fertility and attracting a soulmate. Next we have some moonstone. Moonstone is lovely. I always think of it as like the stone equivalent of the high priestess in the tarot. So this helps us to connect with the lunar cycles and the divine feminine, as well as helps to protect women's health and also the health and safety of travelers. It's wonderful for learning any kind of ancient spiritual practice or healing practice, and it helps to accept divine timing. It also is really helpful with attracting love and romance as well. So that is moonstone. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Rhodochrosite helps us to heal any wounds around motherhood and childhood, mother-baby bonding. It's also helpful for the heart and circulation, as well as intuition, especially if we want to be clairvoyant in the way of telepathy. This is thought helpful. It's wonderful too for asthma, connection to ancestors, deceased animal companions, and for stress headaches. So that is rhodochrosite. And leopard skin jasper helps us to support our animal companions' greatest healing. It can help to both soothe and calm them as well. It's wonderful as well for connecting to our animal guides and guardians, as well as attracting a soulmate. This is a helpful stone for anything that is going on with the skin, and it's also great for coordination and balance. So that is leopard skin jasper. There we go. And this here is selenite. Selenite is lovely for reflecting and deflecting any negative energy. It shines this beautiful white light on everything. So this helps us to connect with our angels, guides, and guardians, and to clear the energy of stones. This is also a wonderful stone for meditation with your guides and angels. Helps too to even clear the energy of your crystals. Just place your crystals on a piece of selenite for a few hours and it'll clear their energy perfectly. And you can use it to clear your own energy as well. So that is selenite. Let me see, I'll just grab one or two more of your requests. Let's grab some sapphire and Super 7. So Super 7 is a wonderful stone for anything clairvoyant, any way that you connect with the intuitive arts. This can help boost that ability, and it also helps you to work towards larger goals and bigger dreams in your life. Helpful too for strengthening your auric field or your energy field, as well as holding a space for inner peace and harmony. And wonderful for healing past lives, karmic factors, and also connecting with the earth to bring in optimal healing. So let's go ahead and bring these in. And I'm looking at two cats right across from me hanging out, ready to catch the Reiki. And sapphire. So sapphire helps with channeling, mediumship, connecting with spirit and bringing those messages through, whether it's for yourself or others. And it's fantastic for connecting with your angels and your guides. It's wonderful for eyes, ears, thyroid, dementia, those with and those who love, care, and support those who do have it. And it's helpful for calling upon justice. It's also great for setting a hopeful potential in times of change, like to keep optimistic when things are kind of in the air. So that is sapphire. So I'll keep going back to your request, Chris. It's so good to see you. Affirmation Station, welcome back. Good to see you. I'm just going to keep going from the top down, and I will work my way around to everyone's requests. Joanna Sparkles requests for trust in the universe, divine, and all that is meant to be. Absolutely. Trust in the universe and the divine and all that is meant to be. Moonstone greatly helps that. But let's see what else we have. Also, selenite helps with that. I think I have a couple. That can be helpful. Yeah, let's work with these. So the first one I wanted to bring in is celestite, because this can really help us feel connected with spirit. It's a very angelic stone. It also helps to connect with not only just our angel guides and guardians and things, but it helps with our discernment. So this can help you to trust yourself a little bit more when you can have a better way of telling what's maybe a fear versus an intuition kind of thing. It's also helpful for clarity of thought and also for connecting with art and music. So let's go ahead and bring this in here. I'm going to bring in some Blue Mist Lemurian quartz. This can help with releasing past emotional pain and even old trauma from even early childhood or past lives. And it's very helpful for spiritual self-journey, your lesson, your sort of reasons for being here, your path, your journey. It helps with learning about yourself while being on that journey as well. So it's like a spiritual wisdom and knowledge through doing, through action. And I feel like it kind of supports what you're mentioning. It also helps clear any of the old past stuff that might be impacting that trust. So that is Blue Mist Lemurian quartz. Another one I wanted to bring in is chrysocolla. This one helps with really good decision making, but decision making that's in alignment with your best, highest good. It also helps to encourage you to follow your soul's purpose and your path, and it helps you to find new ways of connecting creatively so that you can express yourself and get to know yourself better. So that is chrysocolla. And Larimer. This helps with understanding your spiritual purpose and feeling a sense of confidence around bringing it forward, moving it forward in life. It helps you to separate the ego from your spiritual self, and it also helps you to feel like comfortable being a bit of a pioneer and not doing things the way other people have. Our spiritual path is going to look different than that of others, and it does take a lot of balance, but also trust to kind of walk that path, and Larimer here can help. It also helps with cartilage, hair, and feet. So that is beautiful Larimer. Okay. So there you go. Oh, and there's one more I wanted to bring in too, because I think we've all been loving on this stone so much. Oop, if it wants to come out. This is Vivianite, and this will definitely support your request and some others as well. So Vivianite helps with loving our body through changes, and it also helps with memory loss, especially if it's caused by trauma or any kind of head injury. It's lovely for strengthening the bones and reinvigorating our zest and zeal for life. Helpful for big time goal setting for sure, and for crushing our obstacles, as well as, and this is where it's most helpful I think for you, clarity on your path so that you feel more connected with it, and it's like you can see the forest for the trees a little bit better. Also helps with ancestor connection and ancestor work. So that is Vivianite. Cool. So I hope that helps. Making this even is always so hard. There we go. Awesome. But thanks for being here, Joanna. Lots of love to you. Hey, Patty and Key. Good to see you. Oh, you're so welcome, Joanna. Void rage and zoomies until now. Absolutely. Okay. So next is T, intentions, kindness, self-compassion, inspiration for projects, emphasis on writing. obstacle removal, support for building spiritual practices. Absolutely. Ooh, those are great stones for requests. So let's do some jade, azurite. Chrysocolla is already in there. Rose quartz is in there. Caribbean blue calcite, we'll bring that. And I think there's a couple others that might be helpful, that might even complement some of the other requests I'm seeing. There's one that I'm like, I know it covers it, but for whatever reason, the name of the stone is just escaping my brain in this moment. So bear with me, y'all. Let's bring in some prehnite. No, let's bring in pink opal. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So azurite helps with awakening to the spiritual self, and it's lovely for creativity. It also helps with insight, intuition, and with relieving indecision about and worry as well. Helps with gaining spiritual wisdom while also supporting that connection with your guides. And it's lovely for dissolving obstacles and energy blockages. It can also help to calm and quiet the mind during any kind of spiritual pursuit or even during meditation. And it's lovely for spinal alignment and muscle spasms. We've got pink opal, which helps with renewal of body, mind, and spirit, but it also helps to merge intuition and the conscious mind so that we can think more holistically. This is wonderful for setting up any kind of spiritual or meditation practice, like trying to make a regular routine of it. And it also helps with connecting with the angelic realms and shamanic journeying, any other spiritual realms. Wonderful for the lungs, heart, spleen, connective tissue, and for diabetes, hypoglycemia. And this is one that's also thought to embody a lot of energy that supports nonviolence. So there we go. There we go. Okay. Aragonite. So this is blue Caribbean calcite with aragonite in it. The aragonite is the brown, the blue is the blue Caribbean calcite. That is very connected with our soul star, which is above the crown chakra. That's where we have sort of our spiritual North Star. That's where the highest version of our soul's purpose is in our energy body. So that particular area holds within it the highest potential for us at any given moment. And that potential is always shifting based on the decisions we make, the decisions others make, and things like that. So that helps us to have that clear and connected. The brown, the aragonite, helps with the Earth Star chakra, which is beneath our root. And that's where we can take our soul's potential and make it actionable. We can actually go out and do it. So this basically helps us to balance our actions, that we be in right action with our soul's purpose and the highest version of it. So that is Caribbean blue calcite and aragonite. Go. And this is jade. This helps with peace of body, mind, and spirit. It also helps us with making our dreams become a reality and sticking to our plans. Helps with resourcefulness, confidence, prioritizing ourselves when necessary, and also for grounding stress. It can also be very empowering. So we'll go ahead and bring this jade around. Go. And yeah, I think that that'll do it. That's awesome. Oh, you requested also. Did we get everything you requested? Yes, we did. Awesome. So glad you are here. Hey, Goddess of Four. Lots of love. Ooh, there's an article on Vivianite in a science mag. Please do. That's such a cool stone. So request for something that would either improve your impatience and sadness or to assist with your ex being able to get your cat her medicine properly. Oh, gotcha. Well, let's see. Let's do a little bit of all the above. Let's bring in some desert rose selenite because that'll help with animal stuff. Let's bring in patience in general. We'll bring in dumortierite. Green onyx. And I feel like this could help too. So desert rose selenite. This is definitely excellent for our animal companions and their wellness and well-being. Also really helpful for men's health, but it's wonderful for big life changes that you need to show up for on a regular basis, as well as redefining yourself. Helpful too for sticking to commitments like school, for example. It helps with relieving upset stomach and skin conditions, and it's helpful for fighting off viruses. And it's excellent for real estate types of things, especially when it comes to the aspect of real estate around the paperwork. This can be really helpful, but it can also help with just finding a place to live. So that is desert rose selenite. We'll bring in dumortierite. This helps with patience. And it also helps with anger, resentment, and frustration. It's wonderful too for helping us to remain tidy or to encourage us to tidy up if we have an intention around that. It helps with nervous dogs. It helps with standing up for yourself, giving yourself a little bit of empowerment, and also helps to improve situations that seem otherwise beyond hope. It's also very connected with the planet Uranus, which can be really helpful if you have any big Uranus transits coming up. Next, I'll bring in green onyx, which is helpful for sadness and grief. Also helps with making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good and moving forward in life despite any emotional pain that we are experiencing. But it's my favorite stone for like emotional shutdown kind of grief pain. One of them anyway. Green onyx, black onyx, and jet are my favorites for things like grief. So there is green onyx. And green onyx can look dark like this green onyx. You can also find it oftentimes looking a little bit more like a pistachio kind of color, like kind of like this. That is also green onyx. So just know if you see it out at a store, if it looks wildly different, it does vary quite a bit in how it presents. And this is smoky quartz. I'm not sure why this wanted to jump in, but how could it hurt? It's a great stone. This one helps to clear our energy field and also bring in a lot of, release a lot of energy blocks, calm a lot of worry, transmute a lot of old energy. And it's very protective. Helps too with hope in uncertain times, and it's wonderful for anyone that struggles with chronic pain. It's helpful for flexibility within the body and also within the mind. This has been used as far back as the Middle Ages to protect property from theft. So that is smoky quartz. This is a wild grid so far tonight, everyone. I'm loving it. There we go. So I hope that helps. Lots of love to you, Still Not Still. Godzilla Tai-san, welcome in. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I can definitely support you with that, with both of those things. Absolutely. And I'm just going to keep going down the line, but I will absolutely bring some love to you on that. And thank you, Jen. Okay, so who was next? Lila Ray, manifestation quartz, and anything else for your son to get the job he wants. Absolutely. Let's bring in some sunstone and manifestation quartz. Manifestation quartz is just what it sounds. You go ahead and put anything that you're reaching out to the universe to call in. Go ahead and imagine placing it with this crystal and that it's getting carried up to spirit and being answered. Oh, somebody saw they had an open seat. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for them purrs. Appreciate you, little bubba. Yeah, little bubba. Appreciate you. What a good girl. She has been extra snuggly these last couple days. Yes, you have. Oh, Hattie Bumbaladdy. Did you wait for your sister to fall asleep so you could tackle my lap? Smart girl. So this is sunstone. So I hope that this helps your son. This helps us expand our vision of our own potential, but it also helps us to stand out. It raises our prominence, and it helps with getting your name out there, being recognized. This is great if you are on job interviews for that reason, and because it also helps with finding upward career mobility. So whether that's a new job or a promotion, sunstone can really help. Also helps with dealing with phobias and with marketing yourself if you own your own business. Helpful too for if you're worried about being exploited around money. Orange sunstone can be really helpful. But it's a stone as well of confidence, which can be, of course, really helpful in situations like job interviews. So there we go. And there we go. Fantastic. Good to see you. And let me know if there's anything else I can do. Jennifer Vata intentions past life connection to Egypt soul integration, and love. Oh, I love it. Stones, lapis, gold anything, kunzite, Ethiopian opal, or pink opal, or fire opal. Lemurians. Oh, wow. We are all cooking with gas tonight. We are all lined up. We've got the pink opal already. We've got... I don't have Ethiopian opal. I do have some fire opal. Definitely get some kunzite, some lapis. You're just purring away there. Gold anything. Let's bring in some pyrite. Was that you, Hattie, playing with my little altar behind me and knocking down crystals? I'm willing to bet it was. Awesome. Okay. So let's definitely start with, we've got the Lemurians, we've got the pink opal, they're right next to each other. Let's start in with some pink kunzite, the stone of love and compassion. This also helps with attracting commitment-based love and healing any heartache or heartbreak. This will definitely help Godzilla Tai-san with healing a lot of the stuff around divorce. Not by any means the only one, but it will help. This is also helpful for hormones, chemical sensitivities and allergies, neuralgia, and coming back to yourself after anesthesia. Also helps new moms, sleepless babies, and dealing with toxic work environments and toxic bosses. For the next one, we will bring in lapis. Lapis can be super helpful for pain and inflammation. This will also help Lila Ray's intentions too, because this does help with career improvement. It's wonderful for open, honest, deep communication, for acting with integrity, for personal responsibility and follow through. And it's also good for inner ear stuff like vertigo and coordination, as well as hearing loss. So we'll bring this in. Kambaba stone. I feel like Kambaba stone would be a good one for you as well. This one definitely helps with ancestors, as well as connection to ancestral lands, which could very much also be past life type things. Also plants, crops, meditation, mental focus, finding errors and lots of information. Helps with meditation too. So we'll bring this in. But yeah, lots of courage, confidence. And because it's actually fossilized blue-green algae, a lot of times I feel like certain parts of the world, when it's mentioned, I just feel like, I feel to bring this in. I'm also going to bring in, because you said gold anything, let's definitely bring in some pyrite. Pyrite helps by attracting some financial abundance. It's the fool's gold, but it's found near real gold, so it calls in the real stuff. It's also helpful for protecting while also allowing us to connect intuitively. It's wonderful for fever, the lungs, the brain, and memory and information recall, as well as the side effects of radiation treatments. So that is pyrite. And let's see. soul integration. I feel like let's bring in some Indigo Gabbro. So Indigo Gabbro is my favorite one for kind of integrating all of those things. It's the mundane and the spiritual, bringing them together. It also helps things like menopause, period pain, and the different hormonal shifts in a woman's life. It's helpful for intuition, dreams, meditation, and also for any kind of shadow work if we're looking for ways in which we get in our own way. This can help to illuminate that so we can work on that. So finding our detrimental tendencies. So that is Indigo Gabbro. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. And for flower, we have mobility, fear, spiritual understanding, and staying present. You got it. Awesome. So yeah, let's do mobility, fear, spiritual understanding, so let's bring in some ruby. This will be helpful with releasing fear and also inviting in love. This is a stone that also helps us with the courage to be ourselves, and it lends quite a bit of leadership qualities. It's great for fibromyalgia pain and with stopping nightmares. If you have any intentions or actions that you're taking around financial stability, ruby can help. And it's also helpful in making decisions. So that is a powerful stone to help. There we go. For mobility, we'll bring in polychrome jasper. This helps with reigniting our connection to our soul's purpose, helping us to reinvigorate our passions for it. It helps to break up indifference. It's deeply motivating and it lends a lot of self-confidence, but it also helps us to physically move in alignment with that. If you want to create a regular practice that is movement-based, if you have mobility issues, if you have joint issues, polychrome jasper can be very, very helpful for all of those things. Very closely related to the Earth Star. So if you heard me talking about aragonite and said, ooh, that sounds right, yeah, this is a great stone for you. And for spiritual understanding, I'm going to bring in prehnite, but I'm also going to bring in a stone that I totally should have remembered for Jen that also applies to you. So let's start with prehnite. Prehnite helps with spiritual learning and teaching and holding a space for that, as well as helping with good, healthy boundaries and saying no when you have to. It's also helpful for focusing your mind anytime you're doing spiritual work or meditating, and it helps with lucid dreaming, prophecy, divination, any practice around connection to your intuitive wisdom. Also helpful on the physical for anemia, gout, kidneys, and bladder. So that is prehnite. And this is the one that I think will be good for you and Jen. And they were actually a gift to us from Jen. Apophyllite. Apophyllite helps with physical rejuvenation and also with astral travel, clairvoyance, with also with logic and clear thinking while you're doing the most spiritual and woo-woo things you could think of. But it helps with connection to the spirit realms, to the Akashic records, anything past life related, whether it's healing or simply learning about them, scrying, learning our individual soul's truth, and also just connection to the third eye. And I'm sorry that there's a horn palooza out there. It's West Philly gonna West Philly. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll do this here. Yeah. Apophyllite. Thank you, Jen. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ooh, definitely. Oh, there's some really good suggestions and requests here. Oh, I'm glad you like the smoky quartz too. So let's get affirmation station. One for sticking to goals and angelic guidance, as well as positivity. So sticking to goals, angelic guidance, positivity. Jade helps with goals, as does Super 7. And there's a couple, but I feel like Mahogany Obsidian is a good one. Mahogany Obsidian is lovely for releasing our connection to perfectionism. If you struggle with things like if the phrase "a done something is better than a perfect nothing," if you're like me and you like have that written on the side of your computer, this is a good one. This is a really good one. Also helps with meeting goals, with vitality, with strength, a lot of physical vitality. It's very grounding. It also helps us to release any feelings of needing approval of others, giving us that confidence to say, I stand behind this work, that it is good. Helps with releasing anger, and it's also great for skin healing, carpal tunnel, and teeth and gums. So that is Mahogany Obsidian. So I hope that helps. Oh, and for all of the Philadelphians who observe the High Holy Day of May, Pen Christmas is upon us, y'all. For those of you outside of Philadelphia, yeah, and I got stuck in it today going to a doctor's appointment, because of course. But those of you who don't live in Philadelphia, West Philly is such an amazing place in so many ways. And the University of Pennsylvania, Ivy League school, lots of kids that travel from around the world to go there. When they move out at the end of the year, there's a lot of things that they just can't bring back. And also a lot of these students come from significant means and they just don't need to bring it back in some cases. So they put big dumpsters out so that the students can put those things in the dumpster. And then we here in Philadelphia who celebrate the holiday of Penn Christmas get to go worship at the Bounty and go take the things out of the dumpster that we love so much. So it is Penn Christmas, y'all. May the odds be ever in your favor. May you find what you need and definitely keep it out of the landfill at the same time. So, but also with that, the traffic from it. So know that. So yeah, so anybody who's manifesting new stuff, just had to point that out to everybody. Let's see. Angelic guidance and positivity. So yeah, angelic guidance. I'm bringing some angelic. We've got a lot of angelic stones today, and I'm all about that. Let's bring in the angelite, and let's also bring in some more positivity. Yeah. Let's bring in first the angelite, as one would think from hearing the name angelite. Ta-da! This helps us to connect with the angels and also with our guides and guardians and our higher self. It provides a significant amount of really heavy-duty spiritual protection. It helps us to feel very connected to source, and it also helps to enhance our experience during sound healing. So let's go ahead and bring in some beautiful angelite. We've also got sapphire and celestite. And I'm going to bring in dragon's blood. This one brings in a lot of optimism, happiness, and wisdom, but it also helps with things like things that may or may not be helpful to you or other folks too. This helps with grief and loss without getting sort of losing yourself in self-pity. It also helps with having patience for yourself and for learning from your mistakes. It's wonderful for the immune and nervous system. It's supportive of the thyroid, and it helps to give us the strength and courage to change the things about ourselves that we would like to improve. So that is Dragonstone. But yeah, definitely lots of optimism, happiness, positivity. So I hope that that helps. Good to see you, Affirmation Station. Gee, good to see you. Jennifer, you were just thinking how happy you will be to miss Loud Season. Yeah, the four-wheelers, they have been upon us. And yes, Pen Christmas. I've been doing well, Gee. Good to see you. Okay, so let's grab some of Patty and Key's requests. Another one that'll help with positivity. It's Fuchs Sights. We'll bring that. Tiger Iron. Amazonite. Red Tiger Eye. And let's start there. Let's start with anhydro. Anhydro is really kind of a term that refers to any stone that has water trapped within it. And while my camera is not high res enough to show you that, there is actually a dollop of water that is trapped within this stone right up here. And these are all thought to help with fluid imbalances as well as releasing destructive emotional patterns. They're wonderful for learning about the history of your family and your genealogy, as well as helping to maintain civil relationships with really difficult people. It's wonderful too for healing the past and the present and the future while all happening right now. And it helps us to also determine the credibility of information and of individuals. So that is anhydro, and it can be any crystal that has water within it. Red Tiger Eye helps us to call in some financial abundance in a hurry. I think we're all in that boat. This helps also with being very, very protective, especially against bullying type behavior, gaslighting, triangulating, people picking on you, anything like that. And the spiritual equivalent of like malevolent spiritual work. Deeply, deeply helpful with all of that. Amazonite can be very helpful when it comes to bringing in a sense of calm, self-respect, and self-care. It also helps the spine and spinal nerve, so it can help with things like back pain as well as things like sciatica, neuropathy, neuralgia. And it is definitely one that helps with luck as well. So luck in terms of like if you want to win, if you're into games of chance or something like that, or just luck in general. That's a good one for you. As is jade is a wonderful choice too for good fortune. Tiger iron is hematite and tiger eye, sometimes including red jasper. In this case, no. This helps with clearing and restoring the blood and relieves fatigue while boosting energy. It helps with emotional balance, clarity of mind and thought, and it's lovely for not taking on the troubles of others. It's good for like good energy boundaries. Helps too with nervous kids, nervous animals, and boosting our creativity while also balancing the root and solar plexus chakras. So that is tiger iron. Septarian can be really helpful with muscle spasms as well as muscle pain in general and even skin wounds. But this is a great stone for shadow work, which is that work that we do when we look deep within ourselves and say, okay, how am I kind of thwarting my own process here? let me figure that out so that I can work on it. And it helps us to get really vulnerable in that process. It helps us also to boost our solar plexus, which is our center of self, personal identity, and will. And also understanding the causes, habits, beliefs that we have, understanding the root of those. So let's go ahead and place these in with Indigo Gabbro. There we go. Oh, shake your head. Yes. Aquamarine. This helps with all body fluids, teeth, and gums, and it can also help with forgiveness, as well as deflecting pettiness, immature behavior, including things like bullying and like Karen-like behavior. So this is definitely keeps away the folks that are looking to misdirect their feelings by taking them out on someone else. Wonderful too for setting a space of justice. So that is Aquamarine. So let's go ahead and bring this in right here and here. There we go. Fuchsite, definitely good to help with positivity and happiness. So this will also support affirmation stations request. This helps to boost the power of other stones while also boosting our sense of joy and fun and just allowing ourselves to give into that childlike side of ourselves. It's wonderful too for carpal tunnel syndrome, encouraging play, and for spinal alignment and sleep issues. So that is Fuchsite. This is tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science of yoga. This helps, or is thought to help, with balancing the flow of energy, body, mind, and spirit, and balancing the doshas, the different types of energies within the body. It helps as well to calm the physical and emotional nerves while dissolving the ego and holding a space of inner peace. Helpful too for making new connections and also for noticing those habits and beliefs that we have, that we hold, that maybe it's time to reassess and see if they're really serving us. So that is tree agate. And I'm also going to bring in sugilite. This is lovely for world peace and interconnection. Sugilite helps connect with our crown chakra, and that's the connectedness and unity of everyone and everything everywhere, that we are all connected to one another, connected to the divine, and what we put out into the world, we also put into ourselves. It helps to defend against othering and taking responsibility for ourselves, and it does help to hold the space of things like world peace. So that is sugilite. And let's do some chevron amethyst and some fluorite. Fluorite helps with finding your personal balance amid chaos. And that can be like whether you're dealing with a chaotic work environment, or if your home is chaotic, or if your family is chaotic, whatever the case may be. You know, they like to talk about, dance in the rain, but it helps if you get a little bit of an eye wall of this, the eye of the storm coming in, to give you a chance to do that. So this is fluorite. Also brings in a lot of relaxation in general, and it can be really helpful for new moms as well as newborn babies to kind of get through the big rush into the world of baby, and then like kind of calming back down. So yeah, so we will bring in fluorite. Chevron amethyst helps with relieving pain and tension, and it's excellent for tolerance of others. It helps with degenerative diseases, and it's also great for reaching different spiritual realms like shamanic journeying, visionary work, channeling, all of that good stuff. So yeah, so that is chevron amethyst. I like to think of it as basically bringing up our intentions to the universe in a big way. There we go. So that is chevron amethyst. I feel like they get lost in there if I do that. Maybe. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Awesome. And I will come back for the rest of yours. Oh, cool. Welcome in, SoCal. How you doing, Sister Sheba? So much love to you. I hope you're doing well. And Gigi love, it's been a minute. Lots of love to you. And I will do what I can, SoCal. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going through everybody's request, working my way down. I will get to everybody's requests, I promise. Let's see. So let's go. Goddess of Four, intentions: decluttering, back pain, fast money, and weight loss. So the best one for back pain is definitely Amazonite, but I'm also going to bring in for, and for decluttering, definitely dumortierite, but I'm also going to bring in garnet. Garnet can be really helpful when it comes to organizing and like being practical, like really good analytically minded. It helps with being creative, but also like being practical enough to say like, okay, do I need this or not? Wonderful too for finding balance and strength during times of change, and lots of courage too. So we will bring in some garnet for you. Next, I'll bring in some citrine. We have the fast money stone of red tiger eye, but let's bring in some citrine for financial abundance, balancing logic with intuition, making good financial decisions, nausea, fibromyalgia, and addictions and compulsions. So that is citrine. And for weight loss, we have blue apatite. And yes, it's hilarious that the name is apatite. This helps us to have the healthiest possible relationship with food, whatever that looks like to us right here and now, whether that's losing weight or a shift in diet or however we need to change the role in which food plays in our life. Also helps with learning about our soul's purpose while giving us courage on the path. And it helps with inner harmony and peace, as well as strengthening our personal energy field or aura. So thank you, Goddess of Four. Anger management and divorce. Definitely got you there. So let's do a good one for anger management is dumortierite, but there's also howlite and rhodonite. Rhodonite is lovely for allergies, anything autoimmune, asthma, but it also helps with healing a broken heart, heartache, and betrayal for sure. Lovely for healing any past emotional abuse and the feelings holding on from that. And it helps to also release our insecurities. Wonderful for balancing yin and yang in the body. And we have a couple of stones in here to help with releasing anger. The dumortierite, which I mentioned. Also our good friend mahogany obsidian there. but howlite is excellent for anger, resentment, and frustration. Releasing all of them so that we can make decisions based on why we have those feelings, but without being quite so volatile. This is also thought helpful with bone strength and integrity, as well as the health and function of joints. So we will bring that in. It's a good like hair, teeth, bones kind of stone as well. Okay. So I hope that that helps. Lots of love. Lots and lots of love to you. Ooh, good stuff, Goddess of War. Oh yeah, it's spider season. Let's definitely bring in Crazy Lace Agate. Crazy Lace Agate definitely helps if spider is one of your animal teacher guides or if you are phobic of them. Either way. Wonderful for balancing the heart and solar plexus, and it brings a lot of courage, confidence, and protection. Helps with the skin, eyes, and speech, as well as physical energy too. Awesome. And galena, rutilated, and banded agate. You got it. So rutilated, these clear stones that have these rutils within. Rutilated quartz helps with directing and focusing energy, so it's wonderful at helping focus the mind. It also can be really helpful at setting an intention of focusing energy to where it's best needed or where it's best to go. For example, this has long been thought of as a beautiful talisman for someone who is dealing with cancer. Like the intention of, may all those treatments you're getting, may they go to where they're most helpful in your body. And it also helps with boosting physical energy when you're really run down or even getting over being sick. So that is rutilated. Galena. Galena is helpful with protecting your energy, with grounding, with centering, and with physical level healing insights. It's wonderful for reducing inflammation, including boils and cysts, and it's great for your sense of smell and any disorders of the veins. Wonderful for hair health and hair growth, and also for mental emotional transformation. This one can also help with winnings of money and having returned to you things that have been lost or stolen. Also very linked with the planet Saturn. So that is galena. There is a lot of lead in galena, so do be careful with it. And black and white banded agate. So black and white banded agate is helpful for a number of things, but especially blending our perception and logic with the inspiration of our guides. It helps with clearing and stabilizing our mind as well as our energy field, and with creating a space of financial stability, especially if we've had a recent financial setback. It helps us with new beginnings, with shifting perspectives, with endurance, and any kind of themes around death and dying, which can also be like if you keep getting like the death and rebirth kind of things that come up in tarot. This can be helpful to work through that. So that is black and white banded agate. And it's good to see you, Sister Sheba. So Cal, you have a house that's suffering from rains. Can a crystal fix a roof chimney issues? Oh, let's see. I would usually say celestite, as this helps us, citrine, as this helps us to call on what we need. So that can help for sure. But there's also this is green kyanite. So this might help in a very different kind of way, but maybe still helpful. So this helps with a connection with nature, wisdom through intuition, connection with plants and elements and spirit elements of nature. These might be like a good way to kind of just start to know and sense when more rains might be coming, or when there might be some other destabilizing weather event that might impact you. It also helps with blending your spirituality with your mundane life, and with wisdom through intuition. And for anyone having trouble with throat, chest, lungs, asthma, stuff like that, this is a great stone. So that's green kyanite. And also I would say normally financial support to help you with your roof, or with your chimney, because that sounds expensive. So let's see. We'll bring in another one. Let's see. Intuitively, for some reason, I keep coming back to Dalmatian jasper for you. It certainly can't hurt. So Dalmatian jasper actually has black tourmaline in it. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy and keep it at bay. So going through a stone like this, it helps to deep clean energy. This can help with energy clearing, but also like releasing old resentments and any cynicism or jadedness, leaving room for better relationships with folks, and also even relationship in your house or with your house. This also helps with composure, physical protection, and letting go of the past, and it helps with a lot of GI upset. So that is Dalmatian jasper. I wish I had something that could be a little bit more targeted to exactly what you wanted, though. And I do hope that everything holds out until the weather subsides, and that you have the time you need to make a repair and the resources you need to make a repair. Because, oh my goodness, that sounds like a lot. Gigi Love, vibing out of contagious illness and restoration to excellent health. Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring in some moss agate. Moss agate is considered sacred in Chinese medicine, and this helps with all kinds of infections and illnesses and things running through the body that don't need to be there. It helps with your connection to nature and releasing fear of the unknown. Also helps the inner child and higher self. So if you're doing any psychological work, this can be a really helpful stone too. On the spiritual level, this helps us feel connected to spirit and connected to unconditional love. And that is moss agate. So I hope that that helps. Tree agate will also be really helpful for that too. Oh, keep us posted, Gigi Love. I hope you feel better soon. Water-related issues. Catherine, something for your headache, writing, creativity, focus, and money manifestation, and visibility for your novels. Ooh, good one. The best one for like visibility of novels and like things that you've created and things that you're selling is definitely Sunstone, which is in here. Let's also bring in Cinnabar. So this red here is Cinnabar. Notice I'm not touching it. It is mercury, so be very careful. Usually if you purchase it, you'll see it like this. Only the little red dots are Cinnabar for good reason. Mercury is super toxic, and it's often sold as Cinnabrite when it's sold like this. It's surrounded by quartz, which helps boost the energy of what's there as well. But this has been for thousands of years seen as the merchant stone. It's thought to attract customers to a business. So this is quite helpful for manifesting abundance for anyone, but especially for that. Creativity, we have azurite and carnelian, but we can also bring in sodalite, which especially helps with writing. Writing, expression, performance, singing, speaking, any kind of expression, sodalite can help you with. It's also helpful for menopause symptoms, coming to terms with aging, and grounding impulses too. Helps also lots of folks who struggle with like a homesickness. So that is sodalite. There we go. And headache for sure. Let's bring in pink tourmaline. This helps with migraines and headaches as well as neuralgia, any kind of gynecologic issues, as well as mother-baby bonding. It's wonderful for breaking down a negative self-image so that you can kind of get to know yourself a little differently. And it's wonderful for muscle weakness and spinal cord injuries. So that is pink tourmaline. And we've got all the good money manifestors in there. Also going to throw in some opalite, which helps with migraines and headaches, including migraines and headaches that can contribute to nausea or include that symptom of nausea. Opalite generally is man-made glass. It's very rare to find natural opalite, so most opalite that you've seen, if not all the opalite you've seen, is actually a man-made glass, but it does have properties. It also helps with hormones, with accepting of what is meant to be and the natural outcome and course of things. Helpful for childbirth, the kidneys, expression of stuck or repressed feelings, and also with tinnitus or tinnitus, which is the persistent hearing of sounds in the ear. So that is opalite. So I think we are about there. Yeah, it's 9:20. Perfect timing. We got to almost everything. So let's go ahead and I think it's time to go ahead and move on into the Reiki side of things. So for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how you can make the most out of your session. And the best way to help me lift the energy of where you're at, where we are, where we all intersect, is to go ahead and just do something really simple, which is to think of our gratitudes. Anything and everything that you are grateful for, go ahead, just think about it for a moment. And if you feel up to it, go ahead and enter it in the chat. We'll go ahead and share those things with one another. And while I explain what Reiki is and all that good stuff, if you need to use the loo or anything, now's a good time, because then we're going to get into the Reiki session. So thank you for being here. And yeah, let's learn about what Reiki is. So welcome back, everybody. It's so good to see y'all again. And in case you're new here, my name's Danielle. I am the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so happy that you're here on this nice drizzly night here in Philly. If you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you would like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki infused crystal collection, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, as are all my social media. And let's talk about what Reiki is. So Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term for energy healing in the West. And in general, well, specifically, I work with Usui Reiki. This particular method comes from Japan, was created by a man named Mikao Usui. And he created this particular practice in the early 1920s as at a time in Japanese history where teaching anything that could even be misconstrued as part of a religion, strictly forbidden, and big consequences indeed. So he created this practice of connection and sharing healing that was deeply spiritual, yet completely secular. And I think that's why we love this style so much in the West. So for the understanding of what energy is in this setting, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is thought to not only be a soul, but be interconnected. Everyone one with everything else. And that spirit, however you define that to be, provides this beautiful, soul-affirming, life-sustaining energy that in Japanese would translate to Reiki. And that this energy is thought to flow through all of us, everywhere, all the time, whether or not we're aware of it. And essentially what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, supporting your body, mind, and spirit to do what it always does with this energy all day long, supporting your greatest needs and your greatest balance. So to connect to this energy, all you need to do is be open to it. That's it. And by being here, you already are. Super great. That's all you got to do. If you want to enjoy your session, I often recommend that you find a nice quiet place to sit, lay down, close your eyes, and just sort of veg out and enjoy the soundtrack. But at the same time, you can use this time to do some movement exercises, to journal, to get creative, to throw some cards down for yourself. Whatever feels important for you in this time is perfect. There's no wrong way to enjoy your Reiki session. And during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. You may also have some mental clarity about some things that have been challenging. And you also may have an opportunity to feel a little bit more spiritually connected, get some guidance, some clarity, some intuition, if you will, some connection. You may also have a beautiful healing nap that is highly encouraged. You don't need to stay awake to enjoy your Reiki session. Know that you don't have to do anything special at all. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent or quiet. But if you want to, at any point in time, if you feel like you've got a little distracted, or if you want to go a little deeper into your session, just take a deep breath in and out at your own pace, and you'll sink back into the session. I will continue sending this energy to you for 25 minutes, during which time I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. Thank you to everyone who has financially supported the channel in any way, shape, or form ever, because that allows me to purchase music from an actual musician that I can play on YouTube. So thank you. If you want to learn more about the musician who created this music, she's linked at the bottom of the description. And you can check out her YouTube channel and bliss out to it all you'd like. Additionally, at the end of that 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths, come back. And at that time, you can go ahead and simply Take a few deep breaths. Know that I am here. If you have any questions or anything to share, the chat will be open and I'll be able to engage with you. And or if you're falling asleep, that's totally fine. Also know I'm here 5 times a week. The days and times are in the description below. If you can't make it live, you can always check out one of the past healing live streams. One of the cool things about Reiki is it's not limited by my human limitations. You can always watch any of the previous live streams, connect with the energy just through those. You can even skip to the Reiki healing if you want to. So there's always Reiki available. Just come to the channel, click the live button, and click any past healing live stream. We promise that you'll enjoy it. So thank you so much again for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you. And thank you. So I'm going to go ahead back on over, give us a better view of that crystal grid that all of you inspired. Thank you for that. And we'll get into the healing. Oh, and thank you for that reminder. Yeah, don't forget to click that like button. I always forget the YouTuber stuff. And look at this beautiful grid that y'all inspired. I love it so much. You've done so well. There we go. I love all of these beautiful things. Awesome. So, everyone go ahead, get nice and comfy. I will send the healing to all of you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see y'all in about 25 minutes. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back. Stretch and bend if you need to. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. And thank you all so much for being here. Oh, you too, Catherine. Renee! Bliss Brain! Lots of love to you both. Oh yeah, definitely hit that like button if you haven't already. Oh, big yawn. And I see a little Gertie. Hi. So I'll be here tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. East Coast US time. Hope to see you then. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Be well, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.